Romania is a country located in Eastern Europe with a population of approximately 19 million inhabitants. The official language is Romanian, a Latin-based language, but strongly influenced by Slavic languages and neighboring cultures. The local currency is the Romanian leu. The country is part of the European Union, although it retains a cultural identity shaped by multiple historical influences. Cluj-Napoca is located in Transylvania, in the northwest of the country. It is one of the most important cities in Romania in terms of economy, education, and technology. The city has a population of approximately 325,000 inhabitants, although its influence is greater when considering the wider metropolitan area. What caught my attention from the very first hours was not a specific monument or attraction, but rather a general feeling that is difficult to define. The city does not make an immediate impact like some tourist capitals. It is understood gradually through observation and contrasts. In a short time, you move from modern environments with recent buildings to older constructions inherited from different historical periods, especially from the communist era. This mix may seem disorganized at first, but over time it becomes coherent and representative of the country's evolution. To fully understand Romania, it is also necessary to consider its geographical position. The country lies between Central Europe, the Balkans, and Eastern Europe. This intermediate location has deeply influenced its cultural, social, and linguistic identity. It explains why Romanian culture does not fit easily into a single European category. It is the result of multiple influences accumulated over the centuries. From a linguistic point of view, Romanian is a Romance language like French, Italian, or Spanish. However, despite this Latin origin, it is not easily understandable for someone who has not studied it. On the other hand, many Romanians can more easily understand some Romance languages thanks to structural similarities and cultural exposure. What is interesting about the language is its historical evolution. It developed from an ancient Roman base combined with Dacian substrate and was later enriched with Slavic, Hungarian, and Byzantine influences. This mixture explains its uniqueness among Romance languages. When observing local society, it becomes clear that this diversity is not limited to language. It is also present in architecture, gastronomy, and social customs. If this type of content interests you, subscribe now. I continue exploring lesser-known or less publicized countries with an approach based on direct observation in the field, far from conventional tourism. Cluj-Napoca today is a city in full transformation. It has around 325,000 inhabitants and plays an important role in the regional economy. It is also a major university center, which strongly influences its overall atmosphere. There is a strong presence of young people in the city, especially students and professionals from the tech sector. This gives it a different dynamic compared to many other European cities of similar size. Cluj is also a good example of urban transformation. There is a coexistence of old buildings, reconstructed structures, and new real estate projects. This overlap reflects the different stages of the country's development. One aspect that particularly caught my attention is the city's light. Even in winter, Cluj receives many hours of sunlight, which completely changes the perception of the urban environment. In terms of safety, my personal experience was generally positive. The city conveys a sense of stability and calm in most of the areas visited. As in any large city, some areas are more active than others, but overall it is quite accessible. To understand Cluj today, it is also important to look at its recent history. Romania underwent a profound transformation after the end of the communist regime in 1989. This period marked a radical shift in political, economic, and social structures. The transition to democracy and a market economy led to rapid modernization in some cities, including Cluj-Napoca. This process is still visible in its urban layout and economic development. In this new phase, Romania has gradually opened up to Western influences. French, German, British, and American cultural elements can be observed in various aspects of daily life, especially in education and the economy. From a practical point of view, Cluj remains a relatively accessible city. Public transport makes it easy to move between neighborhoods. The cost of living is lower than in many Western European capitals, which significantly changes the travel experience. Accommodation varies depending on the area. The city center and areas near universities tend to be more expensive, while peripheral areas are more affordable. This difference directly influences travel planning. Gastronomy follows a similar pattern. There are local restaurants at reasonable prices, as well as more modern and expensive options. This allows travelers to adapt to different budgets without difficulty. From a lifestyle perspective, Cluj allows for a more flexible budget than many major European capitals. This attracts international students, digital workers, and people in professional mobility. If you are interested in this type of content based on real experiences, subscribe now. I continue to publish videos about lesser-known countries with a focus on direct observation and comparison between different travel realities. As for the climate, the best time to visit Cluj is between late spring and early autumn. Winter can be very cold with significant sub-zero temperatures, while summer can be hot in urban areas. These climate variations directly affect the travel experience, especially for outdoor activities and walking. Cluj-Napoca is not a classic tourist destination designed for immediate impact. It is a city that reveals itself gradually through its contrasts, its evolution, and its everyday rhythm. In the end, its main value lies in this progressive discovery. It is not defined by a single impression, but by the accumulation of observations. And if this type of content interests you, I invite you to keep exploring the channel.